Here are 3 secret Excel features I'll share with you. And make sure to watch until the end because I'll share with you an extra secret trick to becoming faster in Excel. Now imagine you need to use the index and match function to look for, let's say, the amount of bread Mr. Bob, or call him by his literal name pronunciation, Merbob, has purchased from our company, Breadism. While we can go the usual route and type the whole formula for index and match, we can simply just type a few letters, hit enter, and we have the whole thing. Pretty neat, isn't it? We just need to change the values and cell reference to a bit. And boom! It's working all right. Now to do this, we'll first copy the original formula, because it will be confusing to remember the whole formula without autocomplete. We go to File, More, then Options. After that, we'll go to Proofing and click on Autocorrect Options, right next to this long piece of text. Now before we start adding in anything, let's first think of the letters that we'll use to make the index and match formula appear. I'll go with I and M, because it's pretty short, easy to remember, and makes sense. Now to add a new autocorrect entry, just click on any autocorrect entry you see now. Click on the text box under the text Replace, and type here I and M, or the letters you chose for your version. After that, click on the text box under the text With, and paste here the formula. Now the next thing we're gonna do is to replace all the arguments of this formula into A1 cell references and use A1 to A2 for ranges. Now some formulas or functions require you to input other arguments other than cells or ranges, such as the third argument of the match function, which requires 1, 0, or -1. After we finish replacing all the arguments into what we want, make sure it's correct though, we're finished. Click on Add, OK, then OK. And this is where the magic happens. Just type in I and M, or the combinations of letters and symbols you chose, hit enter, and watch as the formula magically assembles. Now don't panic when you see the NA. It's just because you haven't put in the right arguments for the formula. If you've thought that was cool, then make sure to like this video because the next one will be much cooler than this. Now most of the time, you will be asked to look for specific values in your sheet or table, but you just don't have the time to type out, think of a really long formula to look for the value, or search for the video just to know that you could actually use Excel's built-in find feature. Let's say we need to figure out how much bread this customer bought. We can simply search for his name using the find function, which we can access in the Home tab, find and select, and then click on Find. Or we can alternatively use the shortcut Ctrl F to access this feature faster. Just type in his name in the text box to the right of Find What, click on Find Next, and we'll be teleported to his name. Now just look for how much bread he purchased, and there we go. Already done. Now you might as well subscribe to the channel, because the next one will make sure your work is done in a single second. Are you annoyed at how some of the most common features we use doesn't have keyboard shortcut? Well, now, with this single feature, it is no longer shortcut-less. Because in Excel, you can open up what I'd like to call an alternative keyboard. This allows you to navigate a large chunk of Excel using only your keyboard. You can access this using the Alt key. Sounds neat? Well, what's even better is that you can memorize certain combinations and you'll be able to use them like keyboard shortcuts as well. Like this handy combination, Alt-H-I-E to Alt cells, or I like to call it Alt-High-E so I can remember them faster, or Alt-H-D-D to delete cells. You can also just use Ctrl minus or Ctrl Shift equals to delete or add cells. I forgot to add that while editing the video. You can also add shapes much faster using Alt and SH. Don't know why you'd want to do that though. Or I'd like to call Alt Eng. You can also delete everything now much faster without weird fields being left over when deleting everything using the delete key. By using Alt-H-E-A or Alt-Heya. You get the point. Now make sure to comment down below what your favorite feature between these three was. Well, mine was certainly the Alt keyword. But wait, before you go, I have one extra trick, or rather, piece of advice to share with you. So you certainly become the fastest, not just in Excel, but everywhere else in your PC. Don't use your mouse. That's it. Just simply use your keyboard to navigate not only through Excel, but throughout your entire PC as well. And I'm telling you, you will become ultra fast in Excel and in other apps as well if you get used to it. It will feel slow at first, but it will pay back itself in the future. Like they say, if you can do it slow, you can also do it fast. And to make sure you become even faster, make sure to watch this video in which I show you 20 shortcuts in 2 minutes. Once again, this was Minimalism Excel, and I hope to see you next time.